What's up, everybody? It's almost Halloween. It's only a couple weeks away. And over the past month, I've been getting a lot of questions asking where are my Halloween-related videos? Have I started working on my haunted house? Am I even doing a haunted house this year? And I tried to answer as many of these questions as I could, like in the comments section of certain videos. And just recently, I did a video called I'm Alive, where I covered some Halloween topics. But I have not done a Halloween-specific video in a very, very long time. So in this video, I might repeat some things that I've already mentioned in past videos, but they were more of like just a general type of video, so maybe you didn't watch it, because I'm hoping if you're watching this, you're a hardcore Halloween fan, and you've probably watched a lot of my past Halloween-related videos. So this is for you. This is a full coverage of me and what I am doing this Halloween season. To start off, no, I am not doing a haunted house, so starting off on a bad note. There's a really simple answer to that, and that is because I've been on tour, if you don't know, for the past month. I just got home, and I'm going to be leaving for tour most likely like the day after Halloween. So there really would have only been about a 2-week gap of me being home, being able to plan, build, and then like a 24-hour gap for me to tear down all the Halloween shit. And I actually did that 2 years ago. I had left for tour like the day after Halloween, and it was a nightmare. I don't want to do that again. I was able to actually get everything, tore down, brought in the house. If you don't know, I do my haunted house at my parents' house, so I had to get it taken down because I just can't leave it up, in their front yard or in their living room and stuff. And like I said, I just don't want to do that again. I did not want to try to cram it all into such a short period of time. So I said, screw it. This year I'm taking the time off. I'll enjoy some other Halloween-related things. I've already been to Universal Studios. I've already gone to Knott's Berry Farm, or Knott's Scary Farm, out in California while on tour. And we have many more plans for Halloween this year. Different haunted houses and stuff we're going to. And then we're actually going to go trick-or-treating with some family, so that should be fun. Now, the reason why I have not covered some of this stuff in past videos, recently is because I have not been doing any videos. I've taken a break for the most part. I've only just recently started putting up a couple more videos, a couple new ones, and I took about a month and a half off. I just wanted to enjoy enjoy life. I just wanted to enjoy doing stuff like going to haunted houses, not worrying about filming them or, blah, blah, blah. So I was just taking a break in general, but I'm starting to ramp back up. I'm going to be putting out at least, some more videos until I go back out on tour or whatever. But to also cover some Halloween-related stuff that happened earlier in this year. I've mentioned this before, about 6 months ago or so. We had a flooding problem at my parents' house. Now, I keep about 90% of my Halloween shit over at my parents'. I'm actually in one of the storage closets, which is normally completely packed full of Halloween stuff. And the reason why it's not is because this was the site right there. You can see a big hole in the wall. This was the site of the first flooding issue we had. The main water line to the house had sprung a leak and started flooding in here, and I literally caught it. I happened to be coming over to put the last few pieces of Halloween shit away into this closet, and that day is when it started leaking, because there was only a little bit of water in here. It didn't ruin anything, any of the props. We were able to catch it, so that was great. But just a couple months ago, we had another flooding problem. And hey, guess what? It was in the same fucking room, but it was on the other side, and I'll go over there right now. I apologize if the lighting is weird. There's a few burned out bulbs. But over on this side of the room, the exact opposite from where I was just standing, in this corner down here, I came into this room, and it was all wet in here. And I'm like, oh my god, did the closet started, the flooding again? No. The dishwasher, which is about 20 feet away through these walls into the kitchen, had sprung a leak and had started pouring water under the whole house, and it went downhill into this room, flooding it. Unfortunately, I had probably been doing that for at least a few days. There was quite a bit of water in this side of the house, in this room. And you might say, well, why didn't your parents catch it? They live here. I don't live here. It's because this is my old bedroom. This is where I store, a decent amount of Halloween crap, and it's normally pretty messy in here. So they don't come in here very often. I only come in here to screw around with the Halloween stuff, and I, unfortunately, always seem to discover all the horrible things over here. So that flood actually ruined a few of my Halloween items. nothing major, no really kick-ass props or anything. And I was actually able to save a few things that had gotten wet. I just, dried them out. But that was another big just bummer moment. I'm like, oh my God, every time I've had to touch Halloween this past year has been negative. It's been because of, some problem or whatever. So that just also sort of put me in a funk regarding my Halloween props and doing shit. So there is sort of the backstory of why I'm not doing a haunt this year, what's been going on with me. So I hope that kind of clears some things up. I do obviously plan, as of right now, to do a haunted house next year. And I actually plan on doing like a 100% kick-ass full walkthrough with a start and finish. Normally my haunted houses are you start in one part, you go to a dead end, get candy, you turn around, and you backtrack and then split off like another path and exit a different area. Well, this next year, or whenever I do my next haunted house, I want to do a full, you start here, you go all the way around, and then you end in a different spot. Now, just today, I went over to a friend's house. I've done some videos from his place before. He had a big castle facade, haunted house in his front yard. He unfortunately will not be doing Halloween this year, and he's actually going to be moving very soon. I had gone over to his house, with the intentions of purchasing some stuff and getting some, of his Halloween props. And I was thinking maybe I would film while I was over there, and I actually decided not to because we were talking about personal stuff and moving and housing things, and it just wasn't the right, type of mood to be filming. So I decided not to. But I will show you some of the cool crap I got. I actually did get quite a bit of stuff, and as you can see, as I walked through, you kind of could tell before, there's still Halloween crap just all over the place in here. And this is only, maybe 10% of the Halloween shit I have. I had to kind of migrate a lot of it to other parts of the house, and some of it's at my house. But all the stuff I got today is over here. And one of the things I got is this skeleton right here. It's one of those pose and stay skeletons where the joints are actually pretty stiff, and he keeps his, position wherever you move his arms or legs or whatever. So I grabbed that. I also got 2 gargoyles, which are incredibly heavy. They sort of look like they're supposed to be like bronze, but they're just plaster. They're not terribly huge, but they have really good detail. Pretty creepy looking. I got 2 of those, and I've been sort of on a gargoyle kick like the last couple of years. I probably picked up at least like 3 or 4 sets in the last couple of years of gargoyles. Hold on one second, it's kind of dark over here, but I also got these 2 things. These are fake wooden barrels. They're actually plastic barrels, and they're cut in half, as you can see. There's one there, and then one behind me, right down there. And they've been painted and aged and put holes in, and to make them look like, a wooden barrel. And the idea is you can bury it like half in the ground. It looks like it's, stuck in the ground. You can have like lights inside or bones or arms sticking out of them. These he actually made himself, and they came out really good. When I got home, I actually painted the fake metal bands on them darker, so they popped a little bit more, and I really like them that way. But those are awesome. When he had them at his haunted house, I always admired them, thinking like, oh, those look great. And he goes, yeah, they're plastic barrels that I painted to make look like wooden barrels, so I really wanted to grab those. A lot of the other stuff is in another room, so give me one second. Here's a couple more gargoyles I picked up. These are sort of like lion or cat gargoyles, just little foam ones. There's 2 of those. Actually some old moss still stuck to this one. And these were actually outside in his haunt for quite a while, so they've been aged a little bit by the weather. But they're still in good shape. And then this is just a big bin full of barbed wire, some vines in a bag, and I believe, at the bottom there's some fake chain, a bunch of the plastic fake chain. This is just sort of a random bin of scenery kind of stuff, and anyone that has ever watched my haunted house videos knows that I absolutely love the fake barbed wire. I probably have, no joke, maybe 800, 900 feet of that at least now over the years of buying it. myself online or getting it from other people. He had all this wrapped around his like front fence all year round for the last few years, all the way down. And we actually spent about 25 minutes unwinding all this damn barbed wire today, so that was kind of fun. But I always want to get more greenery also, so he had bins and bins of that, and I just grabbed like a bag full. He had so much stuff that's sort of overwhelming, and I was trying to think, well, where am I actually going to store it all? How much space do I have? No, this is not all I got. There is more. I picked up a few skulls. He had a ton, but I was being a little bit choosy. Some were pretty weathered and beat up, so I only grabbed just a few, like the ones that I really liked. I got two that look like this, and these are really cool. They're pretty realistic looking. That one, and then I guess a little less dirty version. And then I got this, which is more of like a stone or a sculpture, I guess. It's sort of like a weird monkey-like demon skull kind of thing. But as you can see, it's more of like designed to be stone and not an actual skull. I figured I could put it on some type of tombstone or in front of a grave or something like that. And then this one, which I believe it's supposed to be a werewolf skull with like the elongated jaw. And I just grabbed it because it's a little bit different. And I actually have a few weird skulls at my house that I've never really used in my haunt because they're made out of this sort of weird, harder resin material. And I was always afraid they were going to break, like if they fell off of a shelf or someone knocked it over or something, so I never used them. It's like a demon one with, I think, horns, and I have another one that has like tribal tattoos all over it and stuff, but I've never really used those in my haunted house, but I probably someday will. If I do some weird like voodoo section or something, they probably fit in pretty well in there. What else? Oh, technically I guess this is another skull. It is a skull in a cage. He had quite a few of these. It's all rusty and weathered and it looks pretty cool, but the skulls inside of them were pretty worn. I mean, they're just styrofoam skulls. I mean, they're not any fancy or highly detailed ones. But that was the one that had survived, I guess, the best over the years. I got a couple of flame lights, the little hanging type. And I'm not going to turn this on because you guys know what they look like. It's supposed to look like, orange light shining on some white fabric. Kind of fiery looking. But I did get one. I got two of those type. But I did get one really nice one, which, where did I put it? It's in the closet. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in and show you. This one's really, really cool. There's a very tall flame on it. Actually has a blue light and 3 orange lights in there, and I'll turn the light off real quick. This one's really awesome. It's way better quality than the 2 like cheap party store ones. So I'm not really sure what I'll use this for, maybe like a bonfire or something, but pretty damn awesome. And the last bit of stuff I got from them is this foam and rubber skinned dead cat. This pile of chicken feet. Basically just said, I'm going to give these to you. So I have no idea what I'm really going to use those for, but it's pretty gross. There's a very large rubber snake, which now makes the only snake that I have in my prop collection. I don't know why I never had any snakes before, but that's a pretty damn big one. And then there's a box of rocks, and there's 3 big boulders basically in here, and they have lights in them, like spotlights, so you can get some good camouflage lighting for the haunt. And then a random box of bones, a couple bag of bones in there, and then a few random rats of different sizes and colors. There's probably about 8 of them at the bottom of all these bones. And that's about it. So that's a decent amount of pretty cool crap that I got from him. He gave me a really great deal. I'm not going to mention how much I paid in case he doesn't want me to. But it was a really, really great price. So basically to end this video, yes, it does suck that I'm not doing a haunt this year. But I do have a lot of new things to work with for next year. And honestly, I just sort of need to reorganize and regroup after all the issues I've had with my storage space and my Halloween stuff and some of the props being damaged. I mean, I'm in this bathroom right now, and there's a bookshelf blocking the shower in here that has random, like, dead crows and rats and stuff on it. So I need to get, like, this needs to go back in that closet. We just put the carpet back in these rooms right before I actually left for tour, so that's sort of one of my main goals is to clean up before Halloween this year. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I apologize for the lack of anything Halloween related for a long time, and I do hope to maybe try to do a couple more Halloween related videos, you know, before Halloween or what we do on Halloween. I don't know if I'll film at any haunted houses. Like I said, I'm trying to take a break from doing that so I can enjoy them. But, you know, you never know. There might be some more Halloween stuff up in the next few weeks, so keep an eye out for it. And thank you all for watching. Please thumbs up the video if you made it all the way to the end of it. And thumbs up for Halloween, because, hell, it's, you know, the best time of year anyway. And I will see you all later. Peace.